All right. We are live. Hey guys, Brian Carter here from Vega Intelligent Solutions. Back to give you guys a little bit of an update, recap of the last stream, and go over some cool new features that we got going on. See who else. Wait for some people to get in here. So, as a recap of last time, basically what we did was went through the Telegram integration with Vega and go through just some simple commands for prediction, some cool little market status, bearish or bullish market, and kind of show you how that works in Telegram and how we pull in that data from multiple API sources on our serverless artificial intelligence bot. So pretty cool stuff happening now. We're doing a little bit more. We made some improvements here and there with price predictions. But as a little bit of a recap, basically we went through just interacting with it on our phone, doing some pretty cool stuff. If I bring up my phone here and bring up Telegram, I was able to just say get BTC, and basically it would just work through the different epochs on the recurring neural network, do some analysis, some machine learning on the back end, and then pull in some of the latest data at the same time, giving us a linear prediction for both the short term and using the long term memory. Let's see here. Online here, 1 second. I have a technical difficulty. Let's try that again. Oh, there we go. Okay. So it pulled in a prediction, actually a prediction that's below 11,000 right now for tomorrow. Very possible that it happens. Actually, if we talk about the last time that it pulled in a prediction, I think BTC was around 11,000, and call it a coincidence or whatever you want, but it actually brought in about 9,200 to 9,400, somewhere in there, in less than 32 hours. I think that's where we hit on BTC, and in my last stream, that's actually the exact numbers that it had predicted. Now, of course, there were some exchanges that went down. We were all reading the news, wondering, you know, what the heck's going on. But it's kind of a strange coincidence that it did happen that way. So, as I said, this is maybe one of the biggest bulks of what we're doing right now, is trying to take these predictions and fine-tune them. It's definitely a challenge. But I think we're on the right track. We're using current market price. We're using short-term memory with AI to pull in, you know, the last 4 or 5 days, and the long-term history, which would be backfilling most of the data going back to, you know, a year ago. So pretty interesting stuff there. And we could also pull in Ethereum as well. And which was a lot less volatile, which also hit the correct predictions at the time, which was very cool to see. So I was pretty excited about that, that we're kind of on the right track with that. And another thing was we were also getting the market status. So whether that be a bearish or a bullish market, and of course both were bullish. So there we've got Ethereum saying prediction for tomorrow is 457.86 a USD. Okay? And then we could say get, I think it was market status. Yeah. And get market status for Ethereum. So both are bull markets, of course, but pretty cool how we can pull that in from different APIs using some data scraping. So what we've got that is new right now. We've worked a little bit on the natural language processing. We've improved that. We've also started bringing in data from both investing.com and bringing in some data from CoinDesk as well. So now some of the improvements that we can do is get the latest articles. So I'm going to type in here, can I get latest articles from CoinDesk? Okay. Oh. Autocorrect. Okay. Send that through Telegram. Boom. Brought that back pretty quick. So here we'll have 3 of the latest articles around Bitcoin specifically. I think we've got 3, yeah, these are all 3 from CoinDesk. As we pulled them from there, we can open those up and definitely see you know, some of these latest articles. Sidechains project pushes ahead with BTC BIP submission. So pretty cool stuff to have some of the latest sourced articles at your fingertips. Let's see. Now we'll go back here. And we can also pull them in from investing.com as well. So I'll say get articles from investing.com. Darn autocorrect. iPhone. So these are pulling in the last 3 articles around BTC from investing.com. You'll have different sources here because I know that they publish and pull from different places as well. You've got New York Post, Bitcoinist.com, and one from investing.com, and you can all click on these and go straight to those articles. So why is this important? One of the most important pieces about this is the fact that one of our goals right now is to be able to pull some of the latest articles and see kind of with the date timestamp of when that article came out or around when that news came out, be able to see what kind of fluctuations it had on the market of BTC. You know, say it's some kind of government sanction coming out, or you know, say that it's maybe that, you know, Korea or some of these other countries are starting to gain a lot more interest. So that's pretty cool to be able to grab that and then pair that with our machine learning and pair that kind of with our predictions upcoming. Chrissy, sounds really awesome. Can't read the text. Okay, I need to Need to zoom in here somehow. Let's see. Didn't think you guys would had trouble reading the text. Let's try to increase our It doesn't seem like it's letting me zoom in at all. I'd have to change my resolution completely, and I don't know what that would do. But what we'll have here pretty soon for you guys is we're going to have something that that you guys can interact with on Telegram as well. We're actually going to implement this with Discord, so that you guys can kind of make your own contributions to it and make your own suggestions. Yeah, sorry about the text not being able to read quite so good, but we'll get there. As I release this to you, you guys can work with it and everything. So back to what I was saying. The important thing about this is we wanted to bring in all different kinds of media into our price predictions, and this is like the very foundation and beginning of what we can do. We're looking to bring in like some snapshots of some graphs, and maybe even bring in some interactive graphs as well, to kind of show you guys you know, how you can interact with different things. And for example, one of the, if you guys have ever used something like Simple FX before, where you can look at the BTC to USD, and you can do all different kinds of interactions here using the Bollinger Bands, MACD data, different things like that. So that's similar to what we want to be able to take snapshots of for you and bring in at real time. You know, when you ask the Vega bot. So we're getting there. This is just the beginning. So we've kind of laid out some of the foundation already to get this started and implement these new features. So very promising stuff. I think something that came up over the past week was a question: can you start looking at Forex data, at commodities, and start making your predictions on those? And the answer to that is yes. I mean, we're just scratching the surface here with BTC and Ethereum. So some of the cool things that we can start doing is actually show and prove that we can bring in some Forex exchanges for you if that's what you're interested. What we're trying to accomplish here is create a foundation for each little part, and then start scaling out the functionality from there and expanding on what we can do. So we're trying to implement each little feature that we've laid out in our white paper, on our website and everything, and then start building everything up from there, scaling the data out, and always fine-tuning the price predictions around the different markets and tailoring each one of the predictions for those different markets, because obviously they're different kinds of volatilities and different effects coming from the media and those senses. So that's some pretty cool stuff that we've gotten to so far. Another thing is we're getting ready to pull from other news sources like Cointelegraph as well, and start scraping more data from some of these other sites to pull in more informative information for you guys to work with. Another thing is with this being serverless, the idea came up the other day about using this with Raspberry Pi, um, and putting this on, a home cloud or something, which is absolutely possible. So far, where we're at with our code repository is to be able to put this on any device we wanted to and pull it from anywhere we want. So we're getting there, and then implementing with Discord and Slack as well. That's going to be something in the next coming weeks that we're going to try to accomplish. Are you planning on partnering with Golem? No, I don't have any kind of plans right now to partner with Golem or anyone else, but I'm not going to totally shut down those kind of possibilities. If there's someone out there that we can work with to improve the system, we're more than willing to find some acquisitions and some possible partnerships. But as we are right now, we're kind of a competitor for a lot of these other companies, and we're trying to set ourselves apart and become unique in doing so, and with our features and implementations. Not to change topics too heavily, but I was curious if you were going to be supporting any traditional stocks like AMD. Yeah, absolutely. So as I said, we want to pull in some commodities. We want to pull in Forex exchanging. We want to pull in other financial market data. Anything that you want to work with, Google, NVIDIA, AMD, Amazon stocks, any kind of things like that. So appreciate the questions though, guys. Another question that came up, will you look at smaller cap altcoins? So far, the data that we've been pulling in, we've tried to stay away from the smaller cap altcoins, and the reason why is because a lot of those are pump and dumps, and I'm not going to say all of them are. It's just very difficult for us right now to create relevant data around some of the discussions out there. Some are paid for discussions. Some, sources around some of these smaller caps are not very trustworthy or noteworthy. And it's also very difficult for us to use similar models with something less volatile that we need to be using to improve on those data sets. If we can work at a broader spectrum and then bring things back into smaller spectrums within smaller altcoin caps, then I think that we can start predicting those a lot more accurately. Why did we issue an ERC20 token? That's a great question, actually. Really, we wanted to create something that's already out there that's useful, and create our own token on a foundation that's already well built. And for you guys to have a Vega token in return, gives us a little bit of flexibility there with the ERC20 token. It's being used for many of these ICOs and startups. And for us, we thought that it was the most logical choice to get our name out there, get things going, and for ease of use on exchanges. So, great question. So another question that came up this week that I actually saw in our Bitcoin Talk thread was, who are some of your competitors and what sets you apart from them? So we've got some other competitors out there. We've seen like CryptoPing, Syndicator, and a lot newer, I guess, similar technologies out there, claiming to use machine learning, claiming to use AI, and predicting these prices, doing automated trades. But what sets us apart from those, and this is important, is like we said, we see a lot of similar features that they want to implement. We're a little unique in our approach, because what we want to do is, instead of focusing on one single feature, which the most challenging one is coming up with the best price predictions, instead of doing that, we want to focus on all the different features at once. We want to simultaneously release a foundation for all these technologies and all these new features. And like I said, scale out from there. Start building upon those. Because I think that once you start going down one road with one feature, you might come back and find out that some of the other features that you want to add on to it don't quite work together, and then you've got technical debt you got to go back and refactor. Our approach was to be practical and to be truthful and honest and straightforward about what we're doing, and to be able to show you guys that we can build a foundation across all these features that we have claims for, and show you all that up front. And then, as I said, just build upon those, improve those, and scale those out into, you know, all different types of data, and work with all the different suggestions that you guys have been bringing in. So, great question. Also, you know, we're doing live streams of our technology, which is pretty cool. I haven't seen too many of these companies doing that. You know, putting themselves in front of a camera. It's not easy. You know, I've been doing this for a while. I was a little bit of an avid gamer, and myself doing some game streams back in the day, and it's not easy, but it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. So anyway, great questions, guys. I love LAMP. That's great. Let's see, another I love LAMP. I mean, another cool thing that we can do, and to show you guys how we can build out this natural language processing, some of the sentiment analysis, is we want to take, we have basically backups of all the different things and training sets that we've sent to our AI bot, things that we can say to it, and it starts understanding what we're really looking for. So, I mean, I can even go out there and say something like, tell daddy something good about BTC, right? I mean, you're walking around your place, and you're talking maybe to your Alexa or talking to your phone. You're just like, tell daddy something good about BTC. So there's a lot of cool things that we can just start training it just for fun, that you can train it yourselves. And that's going to be really cool, is to actually get some feedback from you guys and actually give you some of the tools that you guys can go out and start training your own data sets, and then we can just pull those in to the bot ourselves. So we'll release some open source stuff for you to play around with. But there you go. Oh, that gave us the wrong thing. That gave us Ethereum. Well, that wouldn't be good if that was BTC. But anyway, that's not something good, VegaBot. Dang it. But anyway, pretty cool stuff. We can start training it. Obviously, we got to work with that one, or I got to work with that one. It's not quite the way I wanted it, but anyway, that's all I had for you guys. Just a reminder, our crowdfund's still going on, and just click up here on crowdfund and come join, and your bonuses will be, I think they're still in effect for another day or so. So anyway, ends in 1 week, 6 days, 4 hours, 34 minutes from now. But that's all I had for this show. And then if there's no more questions, I'll catch up with you guys again later in the week to show you guys some more progress and some more promising new features. So anyway, I think that's it. Thanks. Great job. Thank you. I appreciate the feedback. All right, guys. Thanks, and I will catch you all next time.